fact, we were just reading the information for the next request, and he was trying to feed Whitney information to make me look stupid.
Not even to make me look stupid. I feel like to make me look smart.
Yeah, and he was trying to feed information.
And I'm too stupid to make it happen.
To make her look smart. So we're gonna watch The Greatest Show on Earth by Nightwish, and this is brought to us by Derek.
Derek on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Derek, you kind soul.
I love you so much.
was
Thanks
really
for
trying
attempting to make me sound smart.
He was really trying to, because he was telling us about he's playing a stringed instrument called the ebo, or the
bouzouki.
Yes, and
the Irish bouzouki using an ebo.
Yes, and how it uses the magnets to make the
vibrate
strings
the
vibrate.
strings.
And we'll read what he said.
He goes, when Ashley starts wondering about the strange guitar sound, you can say, oh yeah, sounds a bit like someone using an ebo on a bouzouki.
And she's reading this to me in real time in Mr. Chance. Yeah. Thank you, Derek. You're so wonderful.
I forgot that was in there until we just, because I read through all when I start.
And she put in the thing, read the request, read the description. And so she pulls it out and starts reading it again so she can refresh her memory. You should have put, read the description silently. Only Whitney reads the description.
Whitney.
You have to put more notes to yourself.
Right? Okay, and then lastly, at the end, when the band stops playing and starts moving around the stage, the show isn't over yet. There's a special guest appearance at the end. Be patient. Be patient. I remember that's why I put...
Be patient.
Read
that's the last thing we are.
I know, but that's why I was like, read the description.
Yes.
Because I know we would be like...
Well, you want to know what?
We are not
Derek's
patient.
such a kind soul because we would have been set up right for failure if he wasn't like, be patient, it's not over. Because we would have been like, well, that's done.
I love him. The fact that he's like, Whitney.
Look it. You can be like, it sounds like someone playing an emo on a bouzouki. And I would have been like, what? You are full of crap. That's lies. You're just saying words to try and sound like you know something, aren't you?
Oh, that would have been so great because then all the comments would be like,
she's right.
She's so right.
You want to know what though, Winnie? There's so many times in the comments where that's the case.
It's because I'm so simple-minded that my mind is open to all.
You're open to receive inspiration from the beyond.
Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, this is 20 minutes. Woof.
Whitney is already not wanting to exercise the patience.
I can't.
And when Derek was like, this is their longest song, she was like, wait, what? 20 minutes? She can barely get through a 10-minute song or a 5-minute song.
I already feel like I gotta pee.
Well, I better press play then and get to it. Oh, and there's closed captions, I believe.
Oh, good. Yay.
I need some refreshment while we hunker down.
Should have brought snacks.
It's Aslan's table.
The altar.
Clearly haven't seen The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, wait. Aslan, isn't that the altar he died on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I look at it more of an altar instead of like just a table.
They call it Aslan's table.
Oh, well. Call it the right thing, guys. This is the
we were sitting there talking.
This is the
about
Irish
Aslan's
Ebo.
table. No, it's the Irish bouzouki rhythm.
Yes, the Irish bouzouki, and he's playing it with an Ebo. That is very cool.
That's really cool.
It's a cool sound.
That was the bouzouki down there.
This.
That's a guitar.
No, it's not. It sounds different. And he specifically said, it looks like he's playing a guitar. And he's not.
Okay.
See, it doesn't sound like a guitar.
Thunder Crash! The ethereal choir in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there she is. That's the name for Earth.
Huh?
That's the name for Earth.
Oh!
I like that shift. The harp strum.
After sleeping through 100 million centuries, we have finally opened our eyes on a sumptuous planet, sparkling with color, bountiful with life. Within decades, we must close our eyes again. Isn't it a noble and enlightened way of spending our brief time in the sun? To work at understanding the universe and how we have come to wake up in it.
I'll tell you when it's over. Done. I will say in that section, I always love the rhythm where it's like boom, pop, digga, 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 pop, boom, pop, digga, 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 pop. Like,
Oh, look at you.
I love that.
Guys, it's very long. It's very long.
She is already dying.
No,
we
no,
are
the ethereal singing.
the setting of the scene.
The setting of the scene had lulled me into like, oh.
And then Epilepsy!
Yes, and I was like, I can't. Oh my gosh.
Well, I really loved the rhythm section of that.
Yes. I don't think I could do that. I can.
Of gravity, pulled the newborns around the fire. Careless cold infinity in every vast direction. Lonely Pharaoh in the Goldilocks zone, she has exhaled to sail. From the stellar nursery into a carbon feast. Enter Luca, the tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing.
Ooh, that's a cool song, Phil.
Leading us to the mother of all. We are one, we are
There's that rhythm again.
lost. Oh, there's what will be. Science of the Mongolian sea. Chaos flash right in the tide of our soul.
Woo!
Day to day, new opening for the greatest show on earth. Violet shadows welcoming the outside world to the stuff of stars. Getting the tree of a biological whole. Enter the tapestry of chemistry. There's a writing.
I love that song, Phil.
Leading us to the mother of all. We are one.
I love these harmonies.
Universe. Oh, there's a what will be. Science of the Mongolian sea.
One, have you been watching the graphics in the back? With the fish bones going around.
No. You would be, though.
Yes. It's like, what is with all these fish? And then, what is the Devonian Sea?
No clue.
Oh, all right. There we go. My source of all knowledge has failed me.
I have no clue what they mean by science of the Devonian Sea. It's a little too inside for even me. Which I'm like, now when they refer to aeons, are they referring to aeons as in the offspring of the monad?
What is a monad?
It's the monad is the source creator.
I am done trying to pretend I understand half the things you say, and so I'm just going to start asking.
In Gnosticism, the monad is the source creator, the source of all that is.
Okay.
And that created aeons, which are basically pairs of other mini creators, and they can only create in pairs. And the Gnostic origin story.
Well, you can now, and on this earth, only create in pairs.
Well, so the Gnostic origin,
except for single-celled, is that the organism?
Single-celled organism,
Yes.
single-celled reproduction. But so in Gnosticism, basically how this earth came to be was that there was an unpaired aeon named Sophia who really wanted to create, and she created something called the demiurge. And she realized, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And the demiurge then, I can't remember. There are many offshoots of Gnosticism, and all of them have different stories, but basically somehow the demiurge came to this world, whether it created this world or she created this world to put it here. But basically it's to this world and believed it was the god of this world. And then ran around telling everybody it's the god of this world, and she then basically tied herself to this world to protect this world from it.
Oh.
Essentially, and all of that. And so I'm sure that I am getting some of it wrong.
So
because
aeon
is basically pleroma. Not the monad, it's the pleroma. The pleroma is the beginning of all that created the aeons that then.
And what is an aeon?
It's a pair of
mini
god couples.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So is that 4 people, or is it just the 2?
There's the pleroma, and then there's 2 aeons.
Aeons. Okay, got it. Well, because you're like, it's a pair of mini-god couples, so it's like, wait, are we talking about 2 couples?
There are many, many pairs of aeons.
Okay, got it. An aeon is...
But I don't know if that's what they're referring to when they say this.
Well, I don't know.
And so, because now...
But they are talking about creation.
And yes, and it could also be that they're talking about time, because people refer to eons, and some people throw an A in front of it to be fancy. And I know that he has... Tuomas has done that before. Well, he'll use the fancy spelling of the name just to fancy it up. You know what I mean?
So, church it up.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, right? And so I'm wondering, is he referring to Gnostic aeons, or is he just using fancy markers of time? Way, right? Because it could be the aeons are writing the tale of us all, meaning the god couples are writing the tales of us all, or the time is writing the tale of us all.
No idea.
Who's to say? I'm sure people will say in the comments. The monad is druidic, not Gnostic. Sorry.
I don't even know what druidic is.
Anyway,
it's okay, don't explain it.
Sorry, clearly I have studied too many things. And I was getting my source god name mixed up. We have the monad, we have the pleroma, we have many things.
You are such a failure.
I know. I'm fired. But I don't know what a scion of the Devonian Sea is.
I know, that's what you failed me.
I love a good chug.
We are here to care for the garden, the wonder of earth, of every form most beautiful. Every form most beautiful. Are one, we are a universe. 4 pairs of what will be, science of the Devonian Sea.
We have to look it up now. Google what I
I
know.
do like the greatest show on
A
earth.
scion. What's a scion, first of all? Don't get distracted by the text message from your child. What's
I'm
a
sorry.
scion?
Sorry, thank you for that. Okay.
I feel like that's something I know and I just can't recall it.
A young shoot or twig of a plant, especially one cut for grafting or rooting, or a descendant of a notable family.
I feel like that's the second one. Okay.
Okay.
And then what's the Devonian Sea?
A warm, shallow, and highly productive marine environment,
Yes.
often called age of fishes. Oh my gosh, all the fish bones and fish in the backgrounds make sense
Well,
now.
so what I'm thinking is they are referring to the primordial ooze, you know, like in the Darwinism aspect of we all, started off as tadpoles and then grew legs and all of that.
Yeah.
So we're basically descendants of the original tadpoles, those fish bones. They look like tadpole bones, essentially, in the primordial ooze, which they are calling the Devonian Sea.
Okay.
All right, there we are. We've solved it. Thank you, Google.
I mean, I guess the greatest show on earth, that makes sense.
Yes,
creation is the gregreatest
witnessing the passage of all of how creation has moved. Ooh, I liked that to the minor. The very tribal drums here are cool.
Okay, how much fun must it be to be hurdling?
Right?
Look,
Like,
we're building up
yes,
the suspense.
and here we go. All right.
Who doesn't love a grand
Yes.
opening?
I love it. She's gonna have so much fun.
Oh, did you get the little flute?
Yes. And now we're at the Cretaceous period.
Sounds like Jurassic Park.
Yes. Are we in the Mesozoic era? Or the Cretaceous or Jurassic? Who's to say?
Mysterious jungle sounds.
'Twas a violent era. All of these mouth sounds in my ear I don't like.
I know.
It's feeling a little too squishy cushy in there. And now, extinction!
I think it was the dinosaurs.
After 1,000,000 years, the show is still here. No single one of your fathers died young. The handy travelers out of Africa. Little Lucy of the A4. Back to fantasy. To what
Lucy was the oldest being, like the oldest early man skeleton. They named it Lucy.
We don't know. Was it female?
I
I'm assuming.
believe it female. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So anyway.
Huh.
to self-destructive weaponry. And to they gotta get deep within the past. Out of his incredible hunting. Enter Ionia, the cradle of all, the architecture of understanding, the human lust to feel, so we attempt to know.
I like that.
That's a great line. The human lust to feel so exceptional.
That's real.
Yes, it is.
But I loved
And
how
never-
he, the melody of how he changed it up when he
Yes.
was saying that. I
Yes.
thought that was great.
And now they're going on to basically we've enter man and greed.
Hunger for shiny rocks.
For giant mushroom clouds, their will to do as you be done by. Enter history, the Crocodile, enter rat kind. He took his time in the sun.
Oh, that's high.
High.
A single grain of sand. He gave thought upon
That's so high.
but wonder seems to be bring the last light of memory.
There are goats running through the fire.
There's lots of animals on fire. I saw rabbits too.
Oh, I just looked up and saw the goats, and I was like, ah. Ah, gross.
You're
What? I was.
You're having such a visceral reaction to a photo of reptiles.
I stepped on the snake.
Oh, that's right, she did. She's got trauma because she stepped on a snake and didn't realize it until it was too late.
It was horrible. But I didn't kill it, so oh my gosh, guys, I'm so light.
Right? Oh my gosh, you're like, you weigh nothing.
I didn't kill the snake. It was, oh my gosh, I could still feel it. Oh, it's...
Yes, well, now she has trauma because she felt the feeling of a squishy snake underfoot.
It's horrible. Don't. It's horrible.
Well, thankfully.
I've stepped on 2 animals, and it is like the worst thing.
Maybe you need to look where you're going.
Girl, it was dark.
You know, like, remember, wasn't it Dad who was always like, look in the direction you are walking?
I was
Look
looking
in the direction
forward.
you're riding your bike.
I was looking forward. I wasn't looking down.
I'm just laughing because that was your growing up.
Yes, and so now I am, and I step on things.
Oh, you probably step on far fewer things than you would had you not been instructed in that manner as a child.
Maybe that's true. That is true.
Well, I'm
Jeez,
sorry for your
I sound
snake
like I have
trauma.
Special needs.
You practically were. I'm joking.
I know.
You just walked right into it. I couldn't not.
I'm sorry. That like I saw the snake and then I was thinking like, oh my gosh, remember that snake?
Yes, I was like, why is she reacting so viscerally to a photo of a snake? I totally forgot that you had stepped on one recently. Okay.
Civilization, traffic, industry. War. That
riff
a riff
sounded
from...
like Enter Sandman.
Yes. Did you hear Metallica's coming? Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? Is Metallica has great songs, but I was always more of a Pantera girl.
I don't know who that is, so.
Well.
But that did sound like the riff.
Yes, it did sound like Enter Sandman. Let's go back and listen for it again.
Yeah.
It's the library. I wonder, like, that line, greet the last light of the library. Like, I do sometimes wonder if, like, philosophically man has peaked sometimes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
we're for sure going downhill.
You know?
I am, yes. Uh-huh.
And so, like, it's obviously technologically and scientifically, there's not been a peak. It's constantly an upward trajectory. But I do feel that philosophically, there was a peak and it's just all gone downhill.
Maybe we're gonna revert though. I am team.
Will we be having a renaissance?
I kind of feel like it's coming.
I do hope so.
Like that we're gonna be so in all the tech and the AI and is taking over, and then everybody's just gonna be like, you know what? I would like a real interaction.
Well, and
go back to like thinking the, you know.
Well, I'm sure that like
with all these like social therapists.
Well, I enjoy deep philosophical conversations about, you know, like weird stuff basically. And
yeah,
I feel like I am such a weirdo. Like there's not a lot of people that like to talk to me about like, oh, do you think when in the Bible it was talked about, you know, the worlds are numbered to the grain of sand, do you think maybe they could have been talking about dimensions? You know, like,
yeah, maybe.
You know, yes, there are that many stars in the sky or whatever, or the universe, or even if we exist within a black hole, there's even more. You know what I mean? Like,
see,
I'd like to go down all of those
position
rabbit holes.
To have those rabbit hole discussions with you because, like, there's no solution, Ashley. And
well,
I don't
I'm not
want
looking
to
for a solution.
Yes, but I am.
Oh, yes, well.
I need it to be solvable.
Not me.
So,
I always just think it's so fun to like, whoo, what if? But that's the thing is I'm like, yeah, I do feel like philosophically, you know, maybe the world has reached its peak because there's not that many people that want to have those conversations of that type of stuff.
I just feel like we've gotten too busy.
Yeah, I mean,
you
know, Aristotle and Plato had all the time in the world to stand around and posit.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like everything's moving so fast all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're being sarcastic.
No, I'm saying they did have all the time. I mean, like
Oh.
that was their job to sit around and think about possibilities.
Because
And
even when you're like laboring to like, you know, get your milk and survive off of your land or whatever, you weren't filled with like music or there were no AirPods.
right.
You know, and so you just were with your thoughts.
Well, sometimes I do wonder if the technology is a little bit of a contradiction, or like it works against mankind because people don't have the time to actually think anymore, or
Exactly.
create the time to actually think anymore because they don't want to be alone with their own thoughts.
I would 100% agree.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
all right.
Anyway, that last great light of the library line sparked that thought for me. It reminds me of my Big Fat Greek wedding where her dad was like, your people were still swinging from trees while mine were creating poetry. Or whatever that line was. Hold on. This guy. There's everybody singing and then a guy just, I will not sing as loud as I can, actually.
They say, like, okay, are we preparing for our extinction?
Maybe.
Like, you know,
Like,
we're here.
We were here. We experienced it. We saw the greatest show on earth.
Yeah.
We were part of it.
Uh-huh.
We were players in the show.
Maybe that. Okay, so I was like,
I mean, eventually the planet will die, as they all do.
A big one coming! We were here! And the last one! We were here!
All right, now we have to be patient. It's not
I
over.
know, but look, we just got blown up. We were all here, and then they blew up.
Oh, Tuomas looks like he's having an emotional moment.
Yes, he did. Do you know who Richard Dawkins is? I have a feeling that's a special guest.
Who's going to come out? Yes, I don't know who he is.
And that makes us the lucky ones.
That reminds me of my mother-in-law. Every time we're at a funeral, she'll always look at whoever's in the casket and go, they're the lucky ones.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, she's right, but you know.
Yeah, because she's very religious and she's
Yes.
like,
Well, I mean, she's right, but I'm like sitting there like, if I'm looking down
she's like, oh,
At a-
you're the lucky one.
body, then it's like,
She's like, I cannot wait to shuffle off this mortal coil and return to whence I came.
it's just like, I've never seen somebody like, you look good. You look good there. Like,
I don't think she's like saying like you look good in the
no,
casket. She's
but
just
to me, that's not
I
like,
always, it's so weird at funerals too when they're like, they look so good. No, they don't. They look like a waxy corpse.
They
Stop
look dead.
pretending.
yes, can we just
Like-
I don't need to see it.
Right? Let us stop doing that.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
All right.
Most people are never going to die because they're never going to be born.
Oh.
Yes, aren't we the lucky
Potential
ones?
people who could have been here in my place, but who will in fact never see the light of day, outnumber the sand grains of Sahara. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds
cloud for a very long time.
That is a very long bow. They're showing their humility.
Thus, from the war of nature, from famine and death, the most exalted object which we are capable of conceiving, namely the production of the higher animals, directly follows. There is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers originally breathed into a few forms or into one. And that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved.
You know what I loved about that is that there were a lot of people who were having an emotional experience.
Yes.
And
You could see at the end that they were like,
Oh.
really.
like, oh my gosh,
Yes.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And which I think is so great. I love it when you can see that something is very meaningful to
Yeah,
somebody
it's
else.
bringing people together.
Mhm.
Like, people are assigning a lot of meaning to something and just having a really great experience with it.
Yes.
I mean, like, that was a very, like, wonderful piece. And again,
It was, yeah, it's very wonderful. Again, calling it a piece, I think, is accurate.
right.
Yes.
It's a piece of artwork that clearly took a lot of effort and thought. And what I did like about it is that I mean, obviously, it's basically like a time capsule, I guess, of all right, this is the greatest show on earth. This is like
Yes.
the how life came to be or
Yeah,
whatever.
the creation,
you know what I
I
mean?
think, is, yeah.
Right, like how it all happened. And you know, to put that in the microcosm of a song, like, is a lot of effort. But I liked the level of, like, different philosophical thought that went into it and all the different things. And obviously the music was insane.
Yes.
So that was a really good time.
I thought it was a really good time. I actually, while I never enjoy a very long song.
Right.
It's
It went by
just-
fairly quickly.
I feel like this had to be in one song.
Yes.
Instead of like, okay, here's a series of songs.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like, it's like, okay, cool, now we're going to do creation from the primordial ooze or whatever.
Step one.
And now we have the dinosaurs and extinction. And now we have humanity.
Yes,
it
like,
wouldn't
I
have
feel like
worked
it
if
needed to
wasn't
stay
all
in
together.
one piece.
Yeah.
So I do very much appreciate
Yeah.
that of this. So
All right. Well, thanks,
Thanks,
Derek.
Derek.
Thanks
Like
for
and
throwing Whitney a
subscribe.
bone there, even though she didn't pick it up. Bye.
check out the Irish bazooka.
Bazooki.
Bazooki.